Hi, it's Damon Clark from PI Hacks. So if you're using predictive index in your hiring process, that's a great start. But let me say something that might surprise you. You should never hire just based on PI alone. Behavioral data is powerful, cognitive data is powerful, but they are only part of the story. At Talent Optimizers, we use what we call the head-heart briefcase model. It's a simple framework, but fundamentally changes the quality of your hiring decisions. Let me break it down. First, the head. The head represents how someone thinks and behaves. This includes cognitive ability and behavioral drives. How quickly do they learn? How do they make decisions? Are they wired for collaboration or independence? Are they detail-orientated or big picture? This is where tools like Predictive Index are incredibly valuable. They give you objective insight into workplace behavior and learning agility. They reduce bias and they help you predict job fit. But job fit is not the whole picture. So second, let's look at the heart. The heart is about values and motivation. What drives the person at a deeper level? Why do they work? What kind of mission energizes them? What kind of culture allows them to thrive? This is not about culture fit in the superficial sense. It's about alignment. Do they believe in what you are building? Do they care about the same outcomes? Are they motivated by impact, stability, and growth? You can't fully measure the heart with an assessment, but you can uncover it through structured interviews, intentional questions, and clarity around your own organization values. Then we have Briefcase. Briefcase is what organizations overemphasize. It's the resume or the CV. It's the experience, its credentials, its technical skills. It's what someone has done before and what capabilities they bring to the table today. Briefcase matters, skills matters, experience matters, but hiring solely on resume strength often leads to an expensive mistake. Someone can look perfect on paper and still struggle behaviorally, cognitively, and culturally in the role. The magic happens when you integrate all three. Head ensures they can think and behave in alignment with the role. Heart ensures they care about what you care about. And Briefcase ensures they can actually do the work. When organizations hire only on one of these factors, they increase risk. If you hire only on Briefcase, you might get competence without alignment. If you hire only on heart, you may get passion without capability. If you hire only on the head, even with great behavioral data, you may overlook values and real work skills gaps. The Predictive Index is an awesome tool. It really checks for kind of alignment in the job. Can the person behaviorally or is hardwired behaviorally to actually do the job you're asking them to do? But it's important that hiring process is integrated with particularly the heart and Briefcase. At Talent Optimizers, we coach leaders to design hiring processes that intentionally evaluate that head, heart, and Briefcase at every stage. That means clear job targets, behavioral and cognitive insights, value-based interview questions, and defined skills criteria. When you do all of that, hiring stops being reactive and it becomes strategic. And strategic hiring drives better engagement, better performance, and ultimately better work and better world environments. If this framework resonates, let me know in the comments. And if you're currently using PI in isolation, it might be time to start evaluating your approach.